The next recipe for success is really quite simple. Scoop up some love right along with the potatoes. Let me tell you about a lunchroom lady queen who did just that. She absolutely raised the IQ of the entire school. Let me tell you how she did it. On her first day in the cafeteria, she was so excited. She limped to the door, and when she got in, the entire room was set ablaze because her smile was so shining that everyone stopped what they were doing to look. She burst on the scene and she said, "Hi, my name's Maureen, and I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to get on that lunchroom line. Just tell me what to do. I'll do it right now." Well, all the other ladies were unbelievably looking at her like, what? But they showed her what to do. And the first day the children came through the line, she had it in her head, every day I'm on this line, I'm going to learn 5 new names of the children. Her goal was, by the time she had her career started, that she would know every child's name in the entire school because she knew how important that was. So that first day as the kids came through, here were the other lunchroom ladies. Move on down the line, move on down the line. And here was Marie. "I am so excited to be here. Let me serve you up. Oh, you're going to love what I've got cooking today. You're going to love this." And each day she would say, "Tell me your name, tell me your name, tell me your name." And they started telling her. So they would get through the line, and then they would light up when they got to her because she was actually talking to them as if there were people. And so each day she learned 5 new names, and very rapidly she had them in her head. So she knew that when Robert came through the line, it was his birthday. "Robert, happy birthday. I have given you some extra birthday green beans. You are going to love these green beans." And Robert smiled and his face lit up. It was unbelievable. The next kid came through. "Mary, I know you've got a test today. Don't worry, darling. I've got some potatoes. They're putting lots of brains in your head, so you're going to do excellent." And each time she would say, "And Johnny, I've got, you are the best behaved student in the entire school, and I've got some special corn for you. It's going to even make your behavior more sterling than it already is." And that was amazing because this was one of the kids that everybody had trouble with. But Marie had a reason. You see, when she limped into that cafeteria, she wasn't just glad to be there, glad that she had a job. She was ecstatic because, you see, she had polio. And from the time she was a little child, she had had 25 operations by the time she was 12 years old. And so you can imagine that it was painful for her to walk, but she was grateful that she could even walk because most of the kids she knew still were in braces and had crutches. And the first time she got to walk, what they had done was finally fused her ankle into place so that it would be walk that she could walk. And don't you know, she begged her mom to go down and visit with their aunt and play with the cousins. But her mom said, "Oh, Marie, you've been so protected in the hospital. Believe me, honey, some of these children can be a little cruel. Oh, mother, I can do with it. Please let me go, let me go." And her mother, against her wishes, let her walk down to her aunt's house. Well, sure enough, she hadn't gotten half block down the street when all of a sudden the other kids came. And what they did was they started making fun of her. They started jeering. They put a circle around her and they started calling her Limpy, Gimpy, you're something wrong with you. And she was scared. She'd never heard this before. And she tried to run. And when she tried to run, down she went. She fell and she couldn't get up. And the kids picked up stones and they began to stone her. Had her aunt not come out and whisked her up and shooed the children away, she could have been very hurt. But what happened was, Marie found out very quickly, when they say sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will never hurt you, it's always the exact opposite. The sticks and stones, she got over the bruises very rapidly, but the name stuck, and she made up her mind right then and there that she would make it her mission to make the schools safer and to make it easier for each kid to do at least have a wonderful day, at least when they went through that lunch line. Every teacher in the school knew Marie by name. As a matter of fact, after school, she would go to the different teachers and she would say, "Tell me what's going on in your class this week so I'll know what to tell the children. Tell me what's happening with this one in your class and I'll help you." By the end of the first school year, the entire school's grades had gone up. Now, some would say it was maybe the new testing. Others would say, oh, it was the great teaching that went on. It's the same teaching and the same testing they'd had the year before. My belief, and I don't have any proof, but my belief is that Marie made that difference. Every day when she scooped up those birthday green beans and she scooped up those special spirited mashed potatoes and she scooped up those magical pieces of corn, what she was doing was scooping up love with each and every spoonful that she gave those children. And to this day, that school says that this was the most magical time they ever had, and every child wanted and couldn't wait to get in that lunch line and get back to Marie. And I say, isn't it time? Isn't it time for us to scoop up a little love? How many seconds would it take? 2 seconds to say something kind to each and every child, because you know, we in child nutrition and school food service, you might be the only kind word that they've had all day. They might have a mom and daddy that might be on drugs or alcohol or separated or divorced. They might have other children that are picking on them. They might have a teacher that doesn't like them. But they come through that line and your face lights up and you're smiling and you're telling them that special food that you've made just for them is magical and it's going to make them feel great throughout the rest of the day and give them the brain power to do their work. You can raise the IQ of a school. They say that they've watched and done the studies and they now know that when kids are encouraged and they feel good about what they do, it raises their brain power. So, recipe for success: with every scoop of green beans, give a scoop of love. Let's go on to the next one.